At my wedding, my parents toasted their successful kids and forgot I existed. Then the DJ announced I'd been covering their debt for 5 years. My mom fainted. My dad turned purple. 3 months later, I dragged them to court. I was the boring middle child with the steady paycheck. My brother was the golden boy. My sister was the creative soul. Family dinners were basically a fan club meeting for them, while I got called reliable, like that was my whole personality. 5 years earlier, my mom called with a fake cheery voice. "Sweetie, can you come over?" Their dining table was covered in statements and past due notices. My dad tried a salesman tone. "We're in a tight spot. Translation, crypto, a guaranteed house flip, and other dumb bets blew up. They didn't call my siblings. They called me because I had savings and guilt." "How much?" I asked. 50,000 fixes it, he said. I took a personal loan and wired the money. They cried and called me a hero. Then the emergencies started. Roof, transmission, tuition, gap, engagement party, my brother's wedding. Every time, just until we catch up. They never paid back a cent. I kept a spreadsheet like a psycho. Over 5 years, $127,000. The best part? They kept living large. New furniture, trips, a nicer car, and in public, they acted like I was just there. If someone asked about my job, my dad would shrug. "He works in shipping. Very steady. Cool. Glad my life funded your granite countertops." Then I met my wife. She was sharp, blunt, and allergic to manipulation. When I finally told her the numbers, she didn't yell. She just said, "You're their son, not their ATM." We planned a simple wedding. My parents demanded upgrades because people will talk. "We'll help pay," my dad promised. 2 weeks before, they suddenly couldn't contribute. I covered almost everything anyway. I told my wife it was the last time. She gave me a look that said, asterisk, "We'll see," asterisk. The ceremony was perfect. The reception was not. My wife's dad gave a real toast. Warm, proud, loving. Then my dad stood up in the suit I bought him and started bragging. "Our son has an amazing career. Our daughter has such a bright future. We're so blessed." He didn't say one thing about me until the last 2 words. "To the happy couple." My mom topped it off with a laugh. "We're just glad he found someone willing to take care of him." Polite claps, confused faces. My wife reached for the DJ's mic. "Hand it over." Then everything went slow. First, she stood up and faced the room. Next, she turned and looked straight at my parents. Then she said, "He paid off your $47,000 debt. After that, he's given you $127,000 total. Again, you paid him back $0. Then, he paid for this wedding too. Finally, so yes, you raised a successful child." The room went dead silent. A glass shattered. My dad's face cycled through red and rage. Applause hit like thunder. People stood up. The DJ added, "Let's hear it for the groom, the real provider tonight." My mom swayed, went pale, and dropped like a stone. EMTs said it was shock and embarrassment. She was fine. Their image wasn't. After the honeymoon, my phone blew up. My parents blamed my wife for humiliating them. My siblings said I was destroying the family. Funny how nobody cared about family unity when I was paying the bill. So I stopped trusting their stories and checked public records. That's when the twist landed. They'd refinanced their house twice after I bailed them out and pulled cash out. Their cars were owned outright. Their credit was excellent. They weren't broke. They were comfortable. They'd used my money to protect their lifestyle while stacking assets. I met them at a Starbucks so they couldn't stage manage the scene. I slid the paperwork over. "You lied to me for 5 years." My mom started crying. "We can explain." "Great," I said. "Put it in a repayment plan." I gave them 30 days. My dad tried the classic line. "We're family. You'd charge interest?" I stared at him. "You'd steal from your son?" No plan came. Just guilt, excuses, and pressure. So I filed a civil lawsuit. Public record. Their worst nightmare. They sold the big house. Downsized. Got rid of the luxury SUV. The judge ordered repayment. $127,000 plus interest and fees. A little over $140,000. Paid monthly for 5 years. They've paid on time ever since. Apparently a court order is more convincing than a son. Now holidays are tense. My parents finally say my name through clenched teeth, and I sleep great. If you were me, would you have swallowed it or sued them too?